light up your lights or not?
Yeah, well, yeah, in just a minute. Well, these look. Darren was just asking if I was going to light up. I don't. Well, you can't see them in the YouTube
Well,
stream.
you don't need to be able to see the lights, but you do need to turn them.
Oh, you're talking about these?
Those.
Okay. All right. Look, there's several lights in here. I mean,
I'm going to tell you to turn up your cornbread from now on.
Why? Oh, because of this.
Yeah.
The cake pans. All right. Well, let's try that. But okay, there we go. And yeah, Min is a little washed out now, but
Well, turn it down a little bit.
all right. You're almost as bad as somebody else, except with lighting instead of voiceover.
That's only because the mic isn't on.
Yeah.
I said a little. Damn.
No Snickers involved.
There, is that better?
Yeah.
Gee whiz. Remember, we're also going to have candles on. Oh, and see, you'll be able to see this, I think. The little Ramadan lights that I got. I figured they would just be white, and or kind of yellowish when you plug them in. But no, these things are like this really loud. Let's see if I get it. Yamano will be able to see it. There we go.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they're like.
Very, I want to say Christmas-y, Kwanzaa-y.
Yeah. Well, they're Ramadan lights because apparently Monday I think is the start of Ramadan, and that's why I found them at the grocery store. But yeah, they're off camera for our that one, so that you guys won't be able to see it, but it's like I don't know, it's very festive. But I'll put them in. But actually, I'm going to make a how-to video, and I'll talk about holiday lights because I have a theory that you can trace certain kinds of them back to Egyptian times. But that's forthcoming. This weekend, we're probably going to be playing with paper mache and natron crystals. So, did anybody see the Golden Parade last weekend? Was that not like a 6-pack of awesome?
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I saw parts of it, but I've got links to it, so I'll go view them entirely.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, we caught it. We were because they said you can get English on channel 2 and French on channel 3. Well, we weren't able to change sound channels on YouTube, and so we had to watch the whole thing in Arabic,
which was cool.
Yeah, it was interesting. Al-Maliki, that means when they said that's referring to the kings, because Malik, which is cognate in Arabic and in Hebrew, interestingly. But
which I was telling you a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I have a character named Malik a long time ago.
Yeah. But would you please stop messing with the lights?
Rex kicked me. It's not my fault.
What's so weird about that is I was immediately thinking of something from the pyramid texts where they're trying to tell Set, you've about his crimes against Osiris, and he says, well, it wasn't my fault. And at one point in one of the lines, he says he was kicking me. And it's supposed to be a pun on something, but I'm like, really? I know who you're playing around with right now, but yeah. But okay, someone, yeah. So probably someone in the Discord. I have not been able to get on Discord, obviously, in a week or so. But
very Discordian.
Well, I've been busy. I had my cousin over. And I've been video editing. This weekend, I'm hoping to put something on Patreon for like my top subscribers. And then I get to edit when we were wrapping the real doll. And this weekend, I'm going to make the mask for her. That part I'll go ahead and I'll put on YouTube for everyone because you won't see any naughty bits. It's just a mummy
Yeah, there will be no nipples of power. That is behind a paywall.
Well, the crazy thing is you can kind of still see a little bit of happy buttons under all those bandages, which is insane. But
that's because they're nipples of power.
They're nipples of latex, okay?
Yes, they are.
But but anyway, they're gonna get covered up by a mummy mask, so you won't see them anymore, and it'll be okay. So we can put it on YouTube. So how appropriate we talk about this when we're honoring Min and Khonsu and Rennutet, because it's well, spring here in North America, but it would be harvest season in ancient times, and so harvest deities. Valkyrie has Discord running like a well-oiled machine. Yes, and thank you. Thank you for doing that. But also, I have to give a quick shout out because one of our lovely viewers sent me a Best statue, and it's made in Egypt, and it's beautiful.
I think it's the best.
Yeah, Best is the best. So.
Good. Then you'll be very happy and stop complaining.
Yeah, so he arrived for the you could say it was the after party of the Golden Parade. And yes, and be on the lookout because apparently they're going to do another big spectacle when they bring Tutankhamun to the Grand Egyptian Museum. So
he's just there to look around, I think.
Yeah, but I figured, especially in light of that, having him, here for like we did last week, I was like, that's just appropriate. So we got to run with this. So yes, very cool things. And what's especially neat about that is going in procession is something that, the deities and deified kings, in ancient times, that's what they did. So it's like, the window dressing is a little different, but that's what they're doing even now. So how cool is that?
On the other hand, we probably should note the passing of the Prince Regent in the UK.
Wait, what happened?
Prince Philip died.
Oh, goodness.
He was only 99. I mean,
yeah. Well,
that's like Ramsay's dying.
The Queen ain't far.
Well, they've been. Here's the thing: they've been saying that for like a year or two now, and I bet you she's going to hang on for a good while. So
I think she's probably here to make sure Trump doesn't run in 2024.
Sure. I think it may go one way or the other. Could go one way or the other.
Yeah, but well, I mean, it's always a little sad, because I can remember not so long ago celebrating. Let's see, when what was it when Wally turned 90 or 91, I think, because I called to wish him a happy birthday, and of course, in his typical, sarcasm, he's like, "Oh, we stopped celebrating birthdays around here," like.
Uh-huh.
But then it was like, oh well, thank you, But it's tough because that they don't have long, but none of us can stop the inevitable. So you just enjoy while you're here. So with that in mind.
But the after party's forever.
I like that, but I will say this. Think of living your life as packing everything you're going to take with you to the after party. So the more things you experience now, the more you take with you to the after party. So, if you're thinking of trying something fun, do it. And just tell them the best told you to do it. So. Okay. Oh, that's right. Well, let me get our bottle from over by Megatron, who guards it for me. If it were a beer bottle, he'd probably want it full.
Yeah.
Because that's one of our running jokes. Just like, deities have certain things that they like. I think, characters that have kind of taken on, egregore status. They have particular likes too, and Megatron seems to like certain beer. But I'll give that to him later. Here it is. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me as Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, Nuchidu. We come unto you, come Arian, without falsehood and without evil. We have purities upon our hands, purities within our hearts, and we have cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure, we are pure, we are pure, we are pure.
You cheated. You reloaded. That's not fair.
Yes, I poured a little bit, but see, this is my little vase that I use for, or at least right now I'm using it for illustrations. So yeah, I poured a little bit more into my hand to flick at him. So he's accusing me of reloading. Got to cast out those impurities. Here. What? Okay. Come in peace, bright-eyed of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world. And we are purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
And let's go ahead and light the candle for Rennutet. And for Mahis, because we've got a lot of weather moving through and could use his protection. And for all those that are getting severe weather this weekend. And for Mama Sekhmet, who helped Darren finish off that entire bottle of port the other night. I've figured out I don't particularly care for it, but apparently y'all liked it, so. You arise in the Aketis Capri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from Nun at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra. Hail and praise unto you, O Min, O Khonsu, O Rennutet, Mafdet, Sekhmet, Bes, O Yenetcheru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out Tisfet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Take these, the cool waters that are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. O Yenetcheru, these waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, O Yenetcheru, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great purity. Its fragrance is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you. It adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. O Yenetcheru, we give to you this eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Yenetcheru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. Okay. It's kind of a big box there. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Yenetcheru. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Haraketi within his house. Pure, pure is Min within his house, Khonsu within his house, Rennutet, Mafdet, Sekhmet, Bes within their houses. Pure are the cause of all of these gods with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Ra Haraketi, for Min, Khonsu, Rennutet, Mafdet, Sekhmet, Bes, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Haraketi. Come to your body, O Yenetcheru. Come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Min, before Khonsu, before Rennutet, before Mafdet, before Sekhmet, before Bes. All life comes from them, all health comes from them, all stability comes from them, All good fortune comes from them as it has since the first time. There we go. Orahoraketi and your son, the Osir Nisu Nebkaprura, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourself to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. And now we light the eye of Horus for our blessed dead. That it may guide their way and bring them cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Including all those who have passed on recently, including apparently the Crown Prince, or Prince Regent.
Was
that
the
his title?
Duke of something.
Okay, but
no, he's not the Crown Prince.
Right, not the the Crown Prince would be Prince William.
Yeah.
Yes, and he's
technically they're Prince Charles.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Excuse me,
Regent,
Charles, and then Regent. Yeah.
Regent.
Okay. Well,
He was the Duke of Edinburgh.
Okay.
Yes.
See, I'm, that's my uneducated Americanness there, not knowing, the specific titles, but, we certainly wish well all those who, are here, and, blessings on those who are not.
Yeah,
So.
DMX also passed away yesterday.
Okay, yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, like I said, us Americans will know that faster than
Well,
Okay.
I didn't know till I saw the news today.
Because that's a performer, right?
Yeah, he was a rapper.
Rapper,
he was
yeah.
only 50.
Yeah.
COVID killed him, y'all.
But yeah, it's because I think he was dealing with complications for a while. I want to say I saw something about
He was.
that.
He was on life support for 3 weeks.
Oh,
He,
that's sad.
yeah, I mean, and he had lots of children and family, and
Yeah.
I'm
Wow.
sad for anybody who's mourning right now.
Yeah. Well, may they find peace, in the fields of peace, and we'll include them in a voice offering. Herakaru ta henket kakao afdu senator mahat kutnibet nafret wabet anchet nacharim and kawa nakupunibu maakaru nibu hiranachara. So a voice offering of 1,000 of bread and beer and beef and fowl, incense oils, and all good and pure things on which a God lives, for the cause of all of these Aku, these blessed dead, all true of voice before the great God. So, I noticed there was lots of comments. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're mentioning Min statues, and just and yes, Duke of Edinburgh. Okay, Brits don't do Crown Prince. Alrighty.
Our apologies.
Okay, and DMX. Okay, apparently they're saying DMX died of a heart attack. But
Oh, that's right. It wasn't a heart attack. It wasn't COVID with heart complications or drug overdose or.
well, it's really I don't know. I think I saw his name. So that's something we'd have to. But okay, but
The article said they hadn't released any information yet.
Okay. All right. Well, okay, but
Unfortunately,
no. Apparently, it was a
he's
heart attack. Okay.
gone. Unfortunately, he's gone.
Yeah.
And
Well,
It's awfully young to be
Mm.
dying.
Yeah. But only. I don't know why. Okay, but yeah, I was just checking on some things. Thank you guys for sharing the other information. Y'all are able to pull up things, oftentimes a little faster than I am. But yeah, somebody else mentioned, and that's an article I'm going to have to read later. I've had vaccinated company, this week, so couldn't really get to that. But apparently, they found a new city, a lost city dating to the 18th dynasty.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's always great because especially like one of the reasons why Amarna is so valuable is because they pretty much packed up and left. So it wasn't like the city just kind of faded away or something. So you can find a lot of things just left, as they left them. It's like if you go into Chernobyl and you see all the 80s era stuff, same thing, at Amarna.
I wish it were safe to do so. I'm going to go get an Atari or something.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Or a
Everybody's
copy of Rocky
okay,
IV.
they're done with this experiment. We're going home.
Right. Oh yeah. Well. Yeah. With Amarna, it was like, okay, yeah. Well, let's we're leaving. But I'm sure you had squatters for a while, but then somebody would have said, "Nah, it's not a good neighborhood anymore." Okay, I'm moving over to Memphis, But
the main problem is there's no local water.
yeah. Yeah, and this was long before Yelp reviews, so.
But they wrote their Yelp reviews in stone.
Well, sometimes it was on pot shirts.
And it had pictures.
I'm like leaving that joke alone now. We're just gonna keep moving on. You're gonna destroy my train of thought.
I'm sure they had something like where they could order flatbread with cheese on it and have it delivered.
I don't know. I don't even want to think, that far. There's another thing is because I had my cousin over and she's from a much more urban part of the country, and she was getting like Starbucks delivered by Uber or whatever, and I'm like,
Go Waiter or something.
and I'm like, where did you get Starbucks? And my first thought was that she was like in line for hours or something. I'm like, did you just catch them at a good time? Oh no, I got it Ubered. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, you can do that. I mean, call me old school, but that's kind of my bag.
We're slowly getting,
huh?
We're slowly getting to where we're having basically droids delivering things.
Yeah, see, now you got me thinking of the Stephen Colbert bit about pickup lines from AI. Look that up on YouTube. That's like really crazy. But
she's been watching Funny Without Me, y'all.
I'll share it with you later, Darren. Just remind me and I'll cast it.
It starts.
Yeah. So now she's going to be making his pouting sad faces at me. Yeah, so... Oh. Moving right along. Okay. We come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your ka shall live. Truly, your Enid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law eternally. Isfet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. And may we always act with gentility and compassion for such as the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality for such as the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity for such as the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness for such as the fourth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good for such as the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance for such as the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others for such as the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay. Now, I did get some prayer requests this week. And happy birthday to one of our members. His birthday's tomorrow, but he's celebrating with family. And our friend said, yes, it's Jory. It's his birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Jory.
Yes. And Seta, is asking for financial blessings. And of course, one of the problems that she's having is she's concerned about her mom, because her mom has apparently a boyfriend that's taking her for money, and we've seen this kind of thing before. So my first thought is to ask Inanna for her help with that, because she has a talent for if you've got somebody that's not good for you, she'll get them out of there for you. But let us first honor Min, who of course not only presided over fertility, but also chasing out evil. That's what that arm upraised is for. And the other appendage that's covered by the Bath and Body Works ribbon. So, adoration to Min, to Horus praise. He with his arm upraised. Hail Min in his going forth, lofty of plumes, son of Osiris born of Isis. Great in the dual shrines, mighty in Ipu, you of Gebju. Horus the strong-armed, lord of reverence, who brings pride to silence, sovereign of the gods. Fragrant when he comes from Medja land, you of Utent, hail and praise. Hail unto you, Horus, great god, lord of the sky. Great falcon dappled of plumage, ruler of flying. Winged disk upon the two lands, Sia falcon united with the sun. Holy god, falcon of gold. I think he decided he wanted to slip in there too. Khonsu. Khonsu the child, very great, firstborn of Amun. Goodly youth, sweet of love, king of all children, babe born alive, who repeats births like the sun disk, who repeats the renewal of Ra and Thebes, babe in the morning, old man in the evening, youth who renews at the proper times, who arrives as an infant after his old age, whom Mut gave birth to in Thebes as the august child, the living one in his manifestation of Khepri, Ra after he repeated births, a tomb in the evening within the entrance of Manu, Iris of the Ujat, Horus as a young child, babe of Amun-Ra, lord of food, plentiful of sustenance, lord of offerings, who gives to those he loves. And
it's a powerhouse. What can we say?
Oh, and I have to give a shout out, because I know Ren will see this, but one of my working journals, I guess, that I've got some good things in. See that little logo at the top? That is for Arkansas Pagan Pride. And so I just took it and customized it. Thank you guys for that wonderful gift. I am putting it to good use. And somewhere in here I have a prayer for Rennutet. Yes, hail unto you, Rennutet, the good, mistress of life, lady of sustenance, lady of the granary, flourishing in the storeroom, foremost of the best goods, foremost of the finest foods, Rennutet who embellishes the pantry, flourishing Rennutet who makes all lands green, Rennutet, Cirket, who locks up serpents within the circle of her house. Hail, good Rennutet, the appeased one.
Folks always ask, they're like, how could one God be another God and another God? It's like, well, it's an aspect.
Yeah.
Or an archetype.
Well, if you read further into Eric Hornung's book, the Search for God in Ancient Egypt, that's a different one now, but Conceptions of God in Ancient Egypt, the one in the mini, he kind of suggests that it's almost like atoms combining. And so Amun, imagine that as one atom and Ra is another one, but they can combine to form the compound of Amun Ra, which is not the same as the two individual, but something entirely new. So you have these different combinations. So that was kind of one way of explaining it. And especially if you're a hard polytheist, that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, you could also see them as kind of, taking on different roles, and there's overlap between them. But yes, and also
then you're adding in Ptah, and it gets increasingly complicated.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to pick up. It's probably quite warm, but Mafdet's candle. Here we go. Because there's a prayer on the back. Hail and praise unto you, O raging lion, the scarlet lord, flashing and thundering God, lord of darkness and winds, one who acts swiftly, great God who listens, most glorious Mahes. O son of mighty Sekhmet, protect us from every evil. Lord of slaughter, protect those who are innocent. Hear our prayers. Defend us as you defend Ra from his wicked foes. And keep us safe as we make our way through storm season here in the United States.
Yes, I've been invoking him a lot.
Yeah, because pretty much if it comes through here, then it's going to hit you like the next day. So I think we're all going to be, under the weather in that literal sense.
Yeah.
And also prayers to Sekhmet for everyone that's trying to get the vaccine, who has gotten their first dose, and those that are getting the second dose. Because one of my friends on Facebook is kind of under the weather and just staying inside all day because she just got her second one. And that's going to be us probably on Monday or Monday night, because that's when we get our second dose. So, health and recovery and protection all around. And it's funny, I hear just a very soft rumble of thunder in the background. But. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So this is Imagination Bound has an interview on Monday. So prayers to calm the nerves. Okay, definitely. Mario, as me and my senior design team have a high stakes presentation next week. I was hoping if you can send a quick prayer for that. Prayer for industriousness have been rather distractible lately. You know what? I can totally feel you on that too. Prayers for guidance and protection, and hey Alejandro, and double rainbow today. Cool. It's the segment for my first vaccine dose. Awesome for Yodi. Okay, so Rebecca, you and I and Darren are probably all going to be, getting that vaccine the same day. Let's see. Well, definitely prayers for everyone that's going to be giving presentations and who's going to be interviewing. I'm thinking of Aset because she is the great goddess whose tongue fails not. And of course, great of magic. So, speaking with authority, is certainly something that she's good at doing. And may she lend her cleverness and her confidence in speech to all those who need it next week, for presentations and interviews. Oops. Let's see if I've got something in here for that. Let's see. She is the one who pours out the inundation, which makes all people live and green plants grow, who provides sacred offerings for the gods and voice offerings for the Akh spirits. Because she is Lady of Heaven, her husband is Lord of Duat, and her son is Lord of the land. Her husband is the pure water, renewing himself at Biga at his time. She is Lady of Heaven, Earth, and Duat, having brought them to being through what her heart conceived and her hands created. She is the Ba which is in every city, watching over her son Horus and her brother Osiris. Hail, O Aset, and may they be under your protection and guidance. Okay. Okay, and a friend's asking, could we safely define Tefnut as also being a rain goddess? Let's see. Oh, and by the way, Ren, good luck with that. We'll count you under prayers to Isis. But considering that the Egyptians didn't really have rain like they'd have rainstorms, but they would be sudden, like flash flood kind of storms, not like what we have here. So that would be kind of an extension of Tefnut, but I don't see why not. She was lady of moisture and the dew, so that's kind of an extension of it.
Well, if you think about it, it really is a sort of dance between Tefnut and Shu.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, and I think they're trying upper and lower men set in Yunu, which was Heliopolis. So yeah, they're having that pairing. It would make perfect sense to me to say well, here in this kind of a climate, especially up in the Pacific Northwest, I could totally see that being the case. So I don't see why not. So, let's see. Major Heathen Festival in June. Yeah, and by the way, that's really awesome that you actually made the book. Thanks. Like I said, I use that. It's got good notes in it. But
question. Yes.
Sure, why not? Any other prayer requests and certainly divinations. If anybody's got any requests for them.
Requests. I would like to request of the feline deities to protect my felines. I have a neighbor who's being aggressive again.
Oh, goodness.
They're threatening to grab one of our cats because they think that one of our cats scratched our new car. So they're threatening that she doesn't care what it is, she's going to grab it and drive up the road and throw it in the stinking creek.
Oh, goodness.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I had a funny feeling also that Bast was going to end up being invoked at some point this evening. So I'll tell you what, let me go ahead and I'm just going to bring her to the fore because I think she was just telling me, yeah, you're going to need me. So, and I think we'll be celebrating her again next week too. So, I've always thought that, you could tell how compassionate somebody was by how they treat cats. Because most people that are mean to cats are not nice people in general.
Typically, yes.
So. Hail and praise unto you, Bastet, Lady of Love, Lady of Life, daughter of Atum, firstborn of the Lord of all, greatest goddess, Lady of Heaven, mistress of all the gods. You open the movements of Shu, for he is your messenger. You slaughter with your arrows, you slay the evil one and seize the hearts of the wicked foes. Lady of the shrine, foremost of the sacred fields, mistress of perfume, mistress of joy. O Eye of Horus, O Eye of Ra, Uraeus, whom Ra loves. Protect your folk, the felines of the world, especially Yamanu's pets. Protect them through the dawn. Yes. Now, I can share a story. This was years ago, because we had neighbors across the street who had a cat named Channel. So named because Channel liked to sleep on top of the Channel box or the Nintendo, and even reset the kids' game once because cat woke up and hit the reset button in the middle of their game. But that was Channel. Well, the family had to move very suddenly, and they didn't take Channel with them. So my mom and I started feeding Channel, and we'd leave food for him. But my father was one of those people that hates cats, and so he actually recruited my youngest brother to catch the cat, put it in a box, and they were going to take it to the pound or whatever. Well, they got about a block from the house and Roger's sitting in the truck with the box, and Channel jumps out. Now, they assume, oh, well, that's the end of it. We're not going to see the cat again. Well, 3 days later, Channel showed back up. Channel knew the way home. And so we were just more careful about where we put the food so that, nobody who was hostile to the cat would see him. But he did end up getting adopted, I think, by like either the next family that moved in or somebody else took him in. So cats know the way home. Channel was a fun cat. Okay. Oh, that's neat. Because Serrano we're asking about Tefanu. Serrano says, I think of her as the moisture smell when it rains. And you know what? That's pretty cool. And I'm going to have to write a prayer for Tefnut then because of thunderstorm asthma.
Yeah.
And by the way, that is a real thing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. But, yeah. Okay, and also prayer request for Fortune 2 weeks ago regarding pregnancy. I am pregnant. Asking for prayer for financial stability. Currently uninsured.
You will be provided for amply. The first thing I can tell you is apply for Medicaid in your state. You're pregnant. It's automatic.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, apply for Medicaid. You'll get it. Okay, so yes. Yes, Iowa. That's out there in the flat, but okay, so she did. So okay, and I was just checking because all right, an opposite of fortune, and celery, and a prayer to Toweret. Okay, and you know what? And also, let's do prayer to Toweret also for Sarah because Toweret is a protectress of pregnant women and as is Bess. So, oh goodness, where's and Toweret will have a feast in June, but O dwarf of heaven, great dwarf whose head is large, whose back is long, whose thighs are short, great support that reaches from heaven to Duat, Lord of the great corpse which rests in Yanu, the great living God who rests in Jeddu. Pay attention to Sarah. If we were going to do it like a spell, we need to say Sarah, born of, whoever your mom is. But guard her by day, watch her by night. Protect her as you protect Osiris. Okay. Hail, O Tauret, great goddess, great of magic. And may you also protect Sarah, and also to protect Celery, who asked for help. And may you look after all of those who seek your name. All right, fortune time. Let's see, first one up.
You don't know this. No.
No. Okay, let's see.
I think eventually we should come up with a Wheel of Fortune. But rather than you actually playing Wheel of Fortune, you have the slices, and then you can pick from a whole bunch of potential things that it is.
I don't know. I kind of like this.
I don't want NBC Studios coming after us.
Right. But okay, for Celery, Tauret, if you could give us a hand. Oh, well, wait. That one was. Hang on. There's this one right here. Okay. And I didn't grab my bowl. Oh well.
We don't have no pudding anyway.
Well, no, I was putting all the fortune cookies in the black bowl, but I forgot to bring it this time. But that's okay. Life is not a struggle; it's a wiggle. I get the sense that what that's saying is don't take this too hard. It's not like it's not as hard as you might be making it out in your mind.
So
and
you're in the quicksand, just relax for a moment.
well, that, but also, we sometimes we try to think, oh my God, this is a life or death struggle. No, you'll be okay. Just and if it's not pretty, don't worry, as long as it gets done. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. So life is not a struggle; it's a wiggle. Wiggle. Let's see. And I know I'm an opposite for a fortune. And cool. And if anybody else has got some, just mention that. Just toss a comment there. Okay, and Brian. So we're gonna do I'm an opus and then Brian. And okay. For I'm an opus. Okay. All right. Let your intentions create your methods and not the other way around. Which, yes, Yamano had gotten that one earlier, but same idea. Concentrate, especially because I remember you telling us about how old you are. You're in a position where, there's a lot of circumstances that may seem like they're beyond your control. Concentrate on what you want.
And concentrate on what you've got. In other words, at this point in your life and time, make sure you know who you are and make sure they are who you think they are.
Being other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
very easy to let everything else that's around you try to define your life for you. But, you're at a point where you can you know, you can decide for yourself, you know, even if it's just to look and to figure out, you know, what you're about. That's still, you know, taking it in your own hands and saying, I'm not going to be defined by, you know, everyone around me.
Right, and this is the toughest thing to do at this point in your life because of your age. You're at one of those particular stages, one of about two, where those folks that raised you are going to try to really put their 2 cents and influence in on your life, because this is one of those times where they feel like they'll only have one more chance to do so before the whole thing doesn't belong to them anymore. So listen to yourself.
Yeah. So, okay, so that's our advice for Amenopis, and now Brian. That's well fortune. Oh wow, that one kind of jumped. Oh, well, that's in there. Hold on. Yes. Never ignore a gut feeling, but never believe that it's enough.
We've gotten that one too, but
yeah, but
same advice applies.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Actually, I'm also remembering a couple that we pulled for you. It sounds like there's somebody that there's some uncertainty about.
You're gonna have to act.
Yeah, whatever your gut feeling is. Yeah, you
don't let somebody else make this damn decision for you. You do that a lot. Don't do that.
Yeah. So, I think they're telling you, you know, in your heart, some things that need to be done. It's hard to make that step sometimes, but you got to push yourself and do it.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
Something like that. Okay, and so Leg of Angivid wants a fortune next. So we'll do Leg of Angivid and then Marie.
We charge arms too.
Legs. Okay. A Leg of Angivid. Yes, and I try to say, you know, screen names correctly because, you know, I figure there's usually a story behind them. But, okay. May the warm winds of heaven blow softly upon your sprint.
Oh, that was nice.
Upon your sprint. Now, it does not say spirit, it says your sprint. So, you know, I guess wind your wings, but that sounds like something positive. You're going to do something, and you know, someone's going to have your back.
Yep.
But so does the stomach. Unfortunate for my summer. Okay, yes, and so yeah, you're okay. So Mario. So we're doing Marie, then Mario, and Serana. Okay. But all right, so Marie. Okay. That's interesting. Like that one just said, "Hey." So, Marie, it's not only important to add years to your life, but to add life to your years.
Wow. In other words, do something. Do something of substance. Do something you enjoy.
Don't hold yourself back.
Right.
That's the immediate sense I get is don't You're letting something hold you back. Don't do that.
Don't be so safe that you end up being insulated.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I mean, wear your mask and bring your your hand sanitizer, but yeah. Obviously, but
and get vaccinated, of course.
Yeah, but yeah, don't hold yourself back.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's Marie. And okay, oh, Lego Fan Guy vid. And I'm reading it as Lego Fan Guy vid. Gotcha. Oh wow, that's funny. Oh, that's cute.
Time to get a new internet alias.
Oh no. Well, actually, it's kind of like there was a meme that was on Facebook a few weeks ago where someone shared artwork of of an old mermaid and a whale, and somebody was going, well, what would you call an old mermaid? And they suggested mermatron. But the joke was somebody reposted that and said, you know what? When I read that, I thought it said mermatron. And yeah, if you because think about it, MERMATRON, matron. If you're influenced by folks like him, you're going to read it mermatron when it was meant to be mermatron. So that's
hit the space bar, kid. It does shit,
My sister Shannon.
Huh?
My sister Shannon had a long-standing username called Mermatic.
Yeah.
Well, she would play it in games. People would often call her Mermadick.
Mermadick.
Mermadick. It's like, no.
Yeah. Okay, so
hit the space bar, kids.
Okay. If you're encoding, and you can't, you're trying not to do space bar, you just do the underscore.
Something.
Yeah, but anyway, so that's where Lego Fan Guy vid. And Mario wants a fortune for their summer. Hey, Isis.
Let's go.
And then Rebecca. So,
Mario, your summer's gonna have lots of stars and mushrooms.
Stars and celery. I just think celery is cool. It works. So yeah. But Lego Fan Guy. But yeah. Anyway, so learn something new every day. Okay. Dua Aset. Mario wants a fortune to help give him guidance for this summer. Wait a minute. You know what? Okay, so it was that one.
And I closed my eyes and I grabbed it too.
Yeah. Well, it was neat is that it was one of the two that I was looking at, and you just said, okay, that one. So it has been thoroughly vetted.
There are people that want to take means of that, but that's another story.
Oh, goodness. Or sign you up for pet meds. Oh, wow. Mario, it says, listen to what you know instead of what you fear.
Oh, shit. Damn, that is like direct advice, and you know the truth.
Listen to what you know instead of what you fear.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
Well, and again, don't let those things blow up in your mind and make you and redirect you.
Fear, false evidence appearing real.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't overthink it.
Haha. It says I think stars and mushrooms are my second and third favorite thing. Yeah. So let's see, Mario, and I know there was someone else. Serrana. Okay. And you're absolutely welcome, Mario. All right, and now Serrana's turn. Wait a minute. Hang on. All right. Let's see, one of these will like fly out of here or something. Nope. But that one almost did. So.
My lord.
Okay. Accept no other definition of your life except only your own.
I think that says it all.
You know, I've gotten that one before, and I really liked that one because it's, it just kind of gelled with me. But yeah, do your thing and don't worry about what other people are thinking about it. It's not their life. Yeah. So, okay. Yay. Serrana and Rebecca. Okay, so yes. All right, next is for Rebecca. And you can't see her behind everyone, but Moot is on the altar, and I'll ask her to guide us. Wait a minute. Okay. So. Okay. Another familiar one. Never confuse a single defeat with a final defeat. And that one's for you, Rebecca. All is not lost. It's not even close. So, if you're feeling discouraged, yeah, I think you mentioned something about feeling kind of bummed. It's not the end. It's going to get better. So there you go. Oh, and by the way, yes, with the Etsy link, yeah, bear with me, guys, because I'm like, I know there's a lot of stuff that has been sold out, and I need to make more of it, including somebody mentioned plaques or wanting things of men. I actually have a design form that's based off of what the art that I used to do this plaque right here. And I have it in digital form, and I make wooden plaques with it. I'm going to have to hand cut wooden pieces in order to restock, because the craft stores have been sold out, and that's because lumber's getting hard to find because COVID and because shipping and all that nonsense.
We are still in the midst of a drastic supply chain shortage worldwide.
Yeah, and see, it's funny because it affects my brothers and my father run a cabinet shop, and they're having problems with their supplies, but that also kind of trickles down to like the cheap wood that they use for craft, hobby and craft stuff. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have to take a day. So I guess if there's something I am going to pray for, it is for good weather, where I can go out in my workshop and cut lots of wooden pieces, because I have lots of stuff to catch up on. So bear with me. Huh? Yeah, well, I want to get all that out of the way so you and Morgan can airbrush, and so y'all can make more Gundam stuff.
Well, that's the plan tomorrow.
It's supposed to be stormy tomorrow.
We're under a carport.
Okay, well, I'll let y'all figure that out. I don't know if I would be airbrushing when it's raining outside, but because
so you kind of need help from Mahez and maybe Ta.
That's what I was saying. Oh my goodness, I was saying Mafdet instead of Mahes. But you know what? And here's the other funny thing: I have artwork of Mafdet as well, but I have not been able to make any plaques of her because I've been out of the wood stuff, and so I've got to cut some. But I made some really neat stuff of Mafdet.
Well, evidently she's the next one in line behind this.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, I made some really cool artwork of her. I really like it. I just got to be able to print it and put it on something. Okay. A master have a silicone mold for it. Silicone mold for. Yeah, we'll have to figure out, what the technicalities, because you mentioned something about that.
I've got a little bit of latex, depending on the size of the mold.
Anyway, we'll have to figure that out. But okay, Aminapis had a prayer request for peace of mind. And let's go ahead and finish off with that because we're at an hour and 11 minutes.
Yes. Which peace of mind would you like?
Oh, no, but I think that's a good thing because as we're trying to get through all of this, a lot of folks are dealing with anxiety and frustration and, sitting there going, okay, when this is done, how do I deal with people again? I think for a lot of us, that's a big question. How do we deal with people again when, we're not quarantining anymore? So, this I address as kind of a general question because, it's kind of a big one, and that may have to be a group effort, but since Beth showed up, after last week, and I think we were talking about anxiety and wanting to feel better, socialness and joy and conviviality. Those are all things that that Bess, presides over. So if you could give us all a little bit of joy and a reason to look forward and remember that it's going to get better. So. And if anybody's got any other prayer requests, go ahead and put those up. And let's see. Yeah. And it's funny, Serrano was saying just had her wooden steps replaced, and her grandfather just wanted to throw away the wood, and I'm like, are you nuts? That's a huge waste, and actually I've tried to get wood stuff from my brother's cabinet shop, but there is a lot of stuff that they just throw away, and it's like, dude, it's surprising how much industrial waste is there, and sometimes people are smart enough to get it, like things like wood pallets. And Darren's always messing with me about. Okay. But that's another ongoing joke. It's me with my wood pallets. Fun fact: the temple to Sekhmet in Cactus Springs, Nevada, is built using straw bale construction.
Cool.
So it's not like brick or something like that. They use plaster and straw bales.
Cool.
And so I did kind of think, wouldn't that be fun to make a little outdoor shrine to the gods, and I would use wood pallets. Yeah. And I know you would mess with me roundly for it, but
yeah, it looks like adobe.
Well, I was thinking of stuccoing it, but that's another story for another day. Okay. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Kepri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Yunu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great in need, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Geb at the earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the shrine of Shenit in Yunu endures. As the name of Osir Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Aset in Nigeru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Kamenyu endures. As the name of Ra in the Akhet endures, likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Min, Khonsu, Rennutet, Mahes, Sekhmet, Bes, Bast, Ma'at. You have come in peace, O Necheru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra. May you go forth in peace, O Necheru, to every place your mortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Menjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Okay, we can join the Discord. You sing Resin Art. Cool. All right, Alejandra wants a prayer for best friend's health because she's sick. And definitely before we close everything down, and candles and all that, definitely we want to include a prayer for life, prosperity, and health for oh goodness. Hang on. For Alejandra's friend. Let's see. So I just turned around and I saw like more comments. So, yeah. I hope you're doing well, Alejandro, and was give prayers for wellness and health for your friend. And
Alejandro as well.
Yeah. And we love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, as always. And look forward to it next week. I think next week, I'm looking at the calendar. We will, we'll honor Bast and Neat. And probably the next day I need to do artwork for his Canoe because he's got a feast, coming up as well. But that's all good stuff for next week.
Take care, everybody.
Yeah. And hang in there, Amanapis. I know, school is stressful even without a pandemic. Just hang in there. Hopefully your school year is close to done. So.
Onko Ujai.
Yes. Yes, live long and prosper. Next week. Yes, love you all, my peeps. Definitely. Much love to all of you. Big hugs.